Hey guys, Jesse here at Muscles and Miles, and today I just wanted to talk to you about a pretty controversial topic, but it's the topic of obesity. What is causing us to gain so much weight in America today, and what is stopping us from losing this weight? There's so many diets out there. I know some of you listening to this have probably tried some of these diets, and maybe we get a little bit of success in the beginning and we lose some pounds, and then what happens is our bodies kind of get adjusted to what it is that we're doing. We gain that weight back, and in most cases we gain more than the weight is that we lost. And we call this the yo-yo effect. And I wanted to share a brilliant thing that I learned from a very well-known doctor, Dr. Nick Messina. He actually works with a company that I work with, and it's called TIDO syndrome. And TIDO stands for toxicity, deficiency, obesity, and stress. And I wanted to kind of show you really quick to hopefully open your mind a little bit to really what's going on, and help you get to the root of the cause, which can hopefully help you lose some weight. And he shares this little circle, and at the top of this circle is deficiency. And for decades, it's been very well known in the scientific world that our food today here in America is very deficient. There's actually scientific tests out there, if you do a little bit of research, that shows the actual deficiency of our food. And I know it's sometimes hard to wrap our mind around that, because in theory, food alone should be enough. And if you look at the deficiency of food, where does that come from? Well, that comes from over farming. That comes from the use of pesticides and herbicides and all these chemicals that we're actually spraying on our topsoil now, that's killing all the microorganisms that actually feed these nutrients into our vegetables and our foods. So what happens is you have deficiency. And then we also have stress. Well, stress from what? Stress from daily life, stress from exercise, stress from kids, stress from work. We live in a very fast-paced environment where stress is almost inevitable. It's hard to get away from. Our stress levels are through the roof these days. And what's happening, guys, is that when you have deficiency, that's directly leading to more stress. And when you have stress on the body, that causes the body to then absorb nutrients and minerals less. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing. And the same thing goes for toxicity. And where does toxicity come from? Well, you got to keep in mind there's 72 different pesticides and herbicides that are used on our fruits and vegetables alone. There's toxicity from the environment. Those of you that live in a city, you're breathing in these toxic fumes every single day. Think about walking through, say, New York City, for instance, and you're walking by and all of a sudden, poof, this cloud of smoke comes out of the ground. That is all toxic fumes, and those toxic fumes are then leading to deficiency. And deficiency will then lead to more toxicity, because again, if you create the toxicity in the body, it's going to hinder the body's natural ability to upload those nutrients and minerals through your digestive system the way that it was made to work. And when you have all of these things going on, deficiency and toxicity and stress, well, then we start to have obesity. And obesity is, an epidemic and a harmful thing all by itself that causes all sorts of disease, from heart disease and, inflammation in the body and all kinds of bad stuff. And what's happening is that, when you're obese, it's directly related back to deficiency. And deficiency will actually cause you to become obese. So if you look, you have this vicious cycle that just keeps going round and round and round and round. And Dr. Messina made a great point that he's like, think of it as having like 4 thorns in your hand. And if you remove let's say one of the thorns, but you still have 3 left, do you still have a problem? And obviously the answer is yes. If you remove 3 of those 4 thorns, do you still have a problem? And the answer is yes. And what's happening is that if we don't address the root of the cause of all of this, the deficiency, the toxicity, the stress, it's going to be very, very hard for our body to lose weight. And what's going to happen is we're going to keep gaining weight and gaining weight and gaining weight. Or if we go on one of these crash diets, what in fact happens is when you restrict the calories that go into your body, you're actually slowing down your metabolism, which is then causing more deficiency. So that's really not the answer as well. And what we're seeing in medicine and through research is that all of these things, the deficiency, the toxicity, the stress, the obesity, is also causing this thing in America of advanced aging. And advanced aging is something where, if you're 30 years old, let's say, the insides of your body might actually be acting like they're 50 years old. They actually could be 20 years ahead of you. So if we don't find a way to address all of these situations, we're going to keep creating this vicious cycle over and over and over again. So, that's my message for you today. My hope is to just open your mind a little bit and kind of get you thinking a little bit differently. There is no one diet that works for everybody. There is no magic cure. There is no magic pill. There is no magic juice. We really have to take into account everything that's going on and try to find a solution that's going to solve all of these problems. So, if you find value in this, please like this. Please share this out with your friends. We have a mission here at Muscles and Miles that we want to impact 1 million lives in the next 3 years. And that could be impacting lives in all different sorts of ways, but we need your help. So please share this out. Please leave your comments below. Ask questions. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know, what's happening in your life and what's going on there. We would love to hear from you. As always, we thank you for your support. We thank you for following along, and we will talk to you soon. Have an awesome day.